Hi, I'm Stephanie Treasure, and I am a visibility and business coach that mentors women coaches, consultants, and service based business owners to get wildly visible online so that they can attract their ideal clients and make more money. And in today's video, I want to share with you my top tips for increasing your visibility and leveraging that visibility. So I've made some notes. I'm going to be looking on another section of my screen here as I do this video. So bear with me as my eyes may veer off a little bit from time to time. But here are my top tips. I think I've compiled about 10 top tips for you to increase your visibility and leverage it to get more clients and make more money. So number one is to get really clear on your ideal client. You need to know who you want to work with, and most importantly, who needs your services, who has issues that you have the solution for. Get really clear on what that is, and don't be afraid of niching down. This is a very big fear I find that for business owners, where they're afraid that they may leave someone out. But it's actually when you specialize and get really clear on who your ideal client and that you only work with this specific group that needs these specific results, that you actually attract more clients, because it's understandable what you do. And most people want to work with a specialist than a generalist. And that's when you actually make more money. So get really clear on who your ideal client is, and then start hanging out where they hang out. So of course, we're talking about the online space here. So if your ideal clients are hanging out in Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, or Google Plus communities, and more specifically, which ones they're hanging out in, you need to be there as well. And in terms of finding what this is or finding out where this is, look at your existing client base and kind of look at their profile, what they like, what they dislike, where they hang out, where you've met them, where you've seen them in Facebook groups, and chances are other persons are in those groups. And really knowing who your ideal client is and really getting clear on that profile will also help you to brainstorm what kinds of groups they would hang out in, and then Google those groups, or rather do a search on that specific platform, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or Google Plus, for those kinds of groups, and then make sure that you're there as well. My third tip is to choose 2 or 3 social media platforms that you actually enjoy, and make sure that that's where you're visible. And possibly more, closer to 2 instead of 3, because you really want to be on a platform where you're able to spend time, a platform that you enjoy, and a platform where you can, if you're spending time on that platform, you'll be able to respond to comments or feedback on the posts that you put out in these groups, as well as to kind of have your ears or your eyes on the ground to see the kind of issues that your prospective clients are posting about in these online communities. So it has to be a place that you enjoy, where you'll have fun, so it won't seem like a chore, and you're able to show up and be present and give value and be seen, of course. My next tip is to start sharing and interacting with the community in the places where your ideal clients are hanging out, because you want to be seen. So you're going to start giving value, sharing tips, sharing your stories, who you're about, asking for feedback, asking them to persons who are your ideal clients or prospective clients to tell you what their struggles are, what their issues are, offer to answer questions, offer Q&A sessions, so that you can kind of, get that momentum going, start building that know, like, and trust factor, so that when you take things offline, you have some kind of a relationship already. Next step is to incorporate a 3D platform in your marketing. 3-dimensional, and by that I mean videos, live streams. You may have, of course, you should have heard of Periscope by now, and also Facebook Live. You can actually do live streams right there on Facebook using your phone. Get in those places and start being seen in a 3D way, not just through your blog posts or your posts on Facebook, but you want to be seen in a way like this, where people can kind of see more of who you are, kind of get a feel for your character, and really start building that relationship or getting to know you better, which builds up that know, like, and trust factor again, so that they may feel more comfortable reaching out to you to inquire about your services, if that's your ideal clients that are seeing those live streams or videos. Another tip is to seek out guest posting opportunities. A guest post is an article that you write for an online publication, whether it's a blog or another publication like the Huffington Post that's well known. And writing articles for that publication that where you normally get a byline at the end of the article that links either to your website or a social media profile. That brings traffic to your website, number one. It also builds, again, your credibility because you're seen as a published author on different networks outside of your blog. And it makes people feel more comfortable in your expertise when they reach out to work with you because you are sharing value on these different sites that, of course, would have had to do some kind of screening process before accepting you as a writer and seeing that, your content is something that's worthy of their readers. So seek out those opportunities because it really ups the credibility factor and really draws your clients into you. Build your own community on Facebook. No, rather build your own community. So you want to be building your list. You want to do list building. You want to have some kind of a lead capture magnet on your website so that when persons visit your website, they see something that may interest them, whatever you're offering, whether it's a webinar or an ebook or an e-report or some kind of a training or a series. Have them sign up for it and then they become a subscriber on your email list. And if you have a Facebook group, you want to be building that community as well. You want to be building your own list of raving fans that you can really nurture and build that relationship with, and of course, make offers. Then you want to nurture that community. That's my next tip. Nurture that community, be real, raw, honest, and be you. And really get that relationship going, build that rapport, invite them to ask questions via email, invite them to webinars and other Q&A calls or other information type sessions, and really build that relationship so that whenever you make offers, it will be well received because they have had that relationship with you, they know you, they've come to trust you, and they'll be more willing to buy from you. And then my final tip is to invite people to conversations and make offers. This is where you leverage that visibility. You're out there, you're putting your stuff out there, you're sharing value, you're building relationships, you're building a community, you're nurturing that community. Of course, you have to get to the point as a business owner where you need to make offers to get persons to work with you in whether it's a one-on-one private coaching program or some kind of another package that you have or a group program or a mastermind, whatever the case might be. But you need to be inviting people to conversations and making offers so that you move the relationship from just, a relationship where you're sharing information freely to, of course, a contracted client. That's where you want to get to ultimately. So those are my top tips for increasing your visibility and leveraging that visibility. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions at all, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below. If you're watching it on my blog, go ahead and leave a comment and ask me a question, or just visit my website at stephanietreasure.com and let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you thought about this video. And if you'd also like to reach out and have a talk with me, I'd be open to that. All right? Thanks again and see you in the next video.